It is 1 mile long and it's going to take us all the way down to the obelisk in Concorde. You can see stone people you see in the distance. Comes from ancient Egypt and it's in the middle of Paris main square called Concorde Square. From Arch of Triumph to Concorde Square. You have a beautiful Scottish restaurant here, McDonald's. We have all kinds of, we have the Belgian version of the hamburger, quick to the left. In France we prefer the slow food, huh? You know, we like to spend an hour, 2 hours. Here's the Fouquet's, that's really the Parisian cafe. Now when the weather's nice, it's really the Parisians love to sit on the terrace and drink. That's a nice pastry shop, La Durée, to the right. We have all the American shops, Planet Hollywood, Disney Store, to the left, Planet Hollywood. Marriott Hotel. Monte Cristo is a bar with live music at night. The Prise Unique. Prise Unique is the basic French supermarket, and the one on the Champs-Élysées is open till midnight. And that's where you buy your toothpaste or bottle of wine decorated. Now from here, from that point on the avenue, will be in the, it's called Le Rond-Point, or the round point. That's pretty logical. And then we'll be in a part called the Garden of the Champs-Élysées. Originally the avenue was laid out, well, it was not an avenue, it was a garden before, and it became an avenue later. It was a garden by the many live theaters and prestigious restaurants. As here the pavilion for the 1900 World Fair, and in the middle over there, that's the Invalides. We'll go there later. The Gilded Dome, the Golden Dome in the distance. The Grand Palais is still, this glass roof building is still used for temporary exhibitions. They filled it later. Here's the obelisk in the center with its golden point. The archaeology says that it represented a sun beam. Many things to see in Concorde. Across the bridge to the right there is the National Assembly, our parliament. As we turn to the right again, it's a temporary exhibit. That's a Moroccan gate, that's temporary also because in the Grand Palais there's a Moroccan exhibit. It's a stone needle. Tells the life of the Pharaoh Ramses II. It's the oldest monument in Paris. It's from 9-1200 years. So, from Concorde Square, we're going to drive along the river till we do the other side to Orsay Museum. That's, you see the building with the little green roof behind the trees. That was Jefferson's favorite house in Paris, and the White House was modeled on it after it. Now if you look across, that's saying too many things. Orsay was a train station. It was opened as the second largest museum in Paris in '86. You have the Louvre and you have Orsay, which is famous because now they put all the nice Impressionist collection in this former train station. They are really the two largest. You can spend, yes, a lot of time in Paris. Here's the Louvre. The Louvre used to be the king's residence. It's the largest museum in the world. It became a museum during the revolution about 200 years ago. About a couple of days they opened a new entrance. It's called La Porte des Lions, the Lion's Gate, so where you can directly go into Dinan Wing, where is displayed the Italian paintings and the Mona Lisa. But we'll pass by the Louvre later. We'll cross this passage here to the left, so you can see the glass pyramid, which made a very strange mixture of contemporary and ancient. The glass pyramid being now the entrance, the main entrance to the Louvre Museum, to the dwelling of the king before. There's the spire, the steeple of the Sainte Chapelle, which was the king's own chapel. Now these towers are called La Conciergerie, from concierge, keeping the city. Sometimes they even tie a chain at night across the river to stop the boats. But these towers, the Conciergerie, it's been a prison during the French Revolution. This is really Paris crossroad, the Châtelet Square. It has two huge theaters. To the left it goes to Gare du Nord, which is the train station that goes to London. And to the right it crosses the island, it goes to the Latin Quarter, which is the left bank, the students' district. The other large building here, the Court of Commerce, that's a hospital. We see it very well from here. Notre-Dame was built originally in 1163, and it's the first time really they started to use a technique holding the structure. So the idea of this architecture was to give the impression of height. They started to build kind of ribs, which we call the ogive, some kinds called ogival architecture. And they put wood frames. They built up just the rib, like we have rib on the chest.
So she can see the choir.
to a legend when they melted, when they cast the bells. Some ladies threw their jewels, the gold they had to make the sound truer. Behind you is the Western Rose. The church, like this, is always oriented west-east direction of Jerusalem.
Oh, now here we are in the gardens of Rotterdam. Once again, naturally, we have a statue. A lot of statues. This is the garden. Here's the side view of Notre Dame. Notice how I get the correct pronunciation now that we're in France. And there are the roses, etc., 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 etc. And here are the group. Here. Everybody's very energetic this morning. And we are staying close to 12 o'clock, so you have a little lunch on board, I guess. It's ham and cheese up. I got another picture taking session.
Think I could get down? You can see more of the church. No, you don't have to. You can stand up, you little girls. You're shorter. Okay?
Did it work?
Wait, here's the picture, folks.
Here's the Eiffel Tower. This is one of the tour buses on the water that we're going on. And we'll take this trip down there to see what we can see.
I'm in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Yep, there it is. That's it. Mary's from the Eiffel Tower.
It'll be my only time in Paris.
wurde rechts vereint. Dort können Sie Werke von berühmten Malern, unter anderem von Bulgar und Van Gogh, bewundern. Le opere degli impressionisti sono state riunite nella stazione Dorse alla vostra destra. Devant nous, l'île de la Rise of the and the Rose de Paris, who gave the name to Paris. Die ist die Île de la Cité. Hier entstand Paris vor mehr als 2000 Jahren. Julius Caesar erwähnt sich in seinen Werken im Jahre 53 vor Jesus Christus. Er spricht von Lüters und von den Galliern, den Parisis, die Paris ihren Namen gaben. À la vostra sinistra, l'île de la Cité, e proprio qui puoi nata a Parigi, 2000 anni fa. Giulio Cesare nel 53 a.C. l'ha nominata nei suoi scritti dove parlava di Lutetia e dei Galli di Parisi che hanno dato il nome alla città di Parigi. Il Pont Neuf è il primo ponte moderno di Parigi poiché è tutto in pietra e su di esso non si trovano né case né negozi. Eccoci nel quartiere latino, il quartiere degli studenti e dell'Università della Sorbona, dove da 750 anni si parla latino. Davanti a noi il Pont Saint-Michel. Qui lui a rajouté sa flèche. And now Notre-Dame de Paris with its famous gargoyles. Notre-Dame is a Gothic cathedral from the 12th century. It was restored in the 19th century by architect Viollet-le-Duc, who had it inspired. Und nun kommen wir zu Notre-Dame mit ihren berühmten Wasserspeiern in Tierform. Notre-Dame ist eine im gotischen Stil erbaute Kathedrale.
Notre Dame. Resting along the things.
Because now we have that. Great.
pretty?
Der heilige Geneviève, die Schutzheilige von Paris. Sul pont della Tonnelle, la statua di Santa Genoveva, la Santa Patrona di Parigi. Devant nous, le pont de Sully, où vous pourriez croiser un jour la garde républicaine entrant à cheval dans la caserne des Célestins. Une fois repassé de pont de Sully, souvent peut-y entendre des musiciens jouer du corps de chasse ou du saxophone. The bridges of Paris have great acoustics and you can frequently hear musicians giving impromptu horn and saxophone concerts. Die Pariser Brücken bieten eine hervorragende Klangfülle, sodass man dort sehr oft Musiker antrifft, die ihn lieben. Das Hotel de Ville auf ihrer rechten Seite beherbergt seit dem 14. Jahrhundert das Rathaus von Paris. Im Jahr 1944 hielt der General de Gaulle dort seine berühmte Rede zur Befreiung von Paris. L'Hotel de Ville alla vostra destra è dal XIV secolo la sede dell'amministrazione comunale di Parigi. Sur la gauche, la conciergerie avec ses tours pointues. Elle tient son nom du concierge du roi qui avait la charge de la prison royale. Sous la Révolution française, plus de 2700 condamnés à mort y séjournèrent, dont la reine Marie-Antoinette. On the left, the conciergerie with its pointed towers. It gets its name from the king's concierge who was in charge of the royal prison. During the Revolution, over 2,700 condemned prisoners made their final journey from here to the guillotine, including Queen Marie-Antoinette. Links die Conciergerie auf Kreuzzucker erbaut. Der Louvre erstreckt sich über 700 Meter der Seine entlang. A destra, il primo castello del Louvre, che Felipe Augusto fece costruire nel XII secolo per difendere la riva destra di Parigi, mentre lui si trovava a combattere alle crociate. Il Louvre costeggia la Sena per 700 metri.
That's something you don't see every day.
Sure isn't.
Right.
here.
portata per
That's the one we
fortuna
go
i
on next.
francesi non lo hanno fatto.
Welcome to the Royal Porcelain Press. World famous for its delft ware, each day since 1653, new works of art have been created here. A wondrous process. And it all begins with a craftsman. For casting, a carefully selected mix of clay is used, which is poured into this plaster mold. When the clay reaches a certain thickness during the drying process, the remaining liquid is poured out, leaving the object inside hollow. The plaster mold is used to help form plates and bowls on a potter's wheel. After careful finishing work, these pieces are put into the kiln for the first time. This creates the so-called biscuit or earthenware that has been fired once and is not glazed. After firing, the form is permanent. Now the painter can take his pencils in hand. The drawings are temporarily obscured from view as a white layer of glaze covers the black cobalt paint. Enveloped in this pristine veil, the creations are fired for the second time, resulting in a wonder of alchemy. During the second firing, the white glaze becomes transparent and transforms the black paint into the famous beautiful blue that for centuries has been connected with this old medieval city, Delft blue. The 17th century brought Holland power and wealth. No ocean was too large for the Low Countries. The Dutch made contact with cultures in every corner of the earth, including far-off, mysterious Asia. Ships from the Dutch East India Company visited China, and returning to Holland, they brought back beautiful porcelain, then unknown in the country. Delft's pottery makers were awestruck with this new material. Inspired by its beauty, they succeeded in producing earthenware of a similar character. A booming industry was born in Delft. Delft blue is the most famous of the different kinds of Delft porcelain. Delft black was inspired by Oriental porcelain. The polychrome section displays Mediterranean influences. A hint of Japanese influence can be seen in the pineapple design, with its red, blue, and yellow hues. The porcelain flesh has also reserved space for a creative interplay of young and old, classic and modern. A small trademark is the guarantee that a piece has come from the porcelain flesh. It is actually a kind of birthmark. The trademark of the porcelain flesh, an article number, the initials of the painter, and a year code. Together with a certificate of authenticity, This is the guarantee that the piece was crafted according to traditional methods. A unique piece of art, a harmonious marriage of craftsmanship and the art of the painter. We wish you an interesting...
Now this is the pottery little area, I guess, for gods and flowers. Yeah, there's your mother.
Made. Then looking over there, you see another time the different phases, stages, how things are going to be made. You see walls, of the pot here, the base. Then of course they have to put it in later, and then after that it's a different part. It's an individual piece of work. She's doing very nice work. This little figurine here she's doing. And the little faces this gentleman is doing, it is not in the same dark blue style, but the Spijnokker, the polychrome. Well, this is the polychrome. You see here a number of colors, and later on, of course, it becomes yellow, blue, and greenish, and red. Around you, you also see a number of tiles, and these tiles, it's most kind of tradition they have here. Each year, one year was going to start, always have paint here, but now they're actually going to do something in about the size we can see in the National Gallery. I think it's a little bit smaller, if I remember right, because I'm very often in the museum, quality, but it's all very expensive. It used to belong to a part of the collection of the royal family, and they donated it again to this factory, because this is actually the base of all earthenware of the Netherlands. There's another place in the Netherlands. So you see the different techniques. Very often the shapes of things are the same, but the whole styles and the coloration is different. And if you look at this, well, this is the most expensive one, because they also use some kind of gold substance in the whole fabrication. And you even have to give it a longer time in the whole baking process. So that's...
Here's the workshop.
That everything is very smooth, and then they have all kind of little plastic molds. They put it over it, and they actually flush some carbon stuff over it. So you see more or less the shape of what you're going to have to paint later on. But as I said, every painter has his own identity, his own touch, and so this is maybe from this, but finally, if you put two together, they're still different, and that makes it so nice. So this is the first stage, then they glaze it, and it goes another time, and then finally you get this product. Well, what they also were showing you was that on the bottom of every piece they make here, you see that sign of the Koninklijke Porseleinen Fles. And that makes that you really have not a copy or anything. This is really a regular Koninklijke Porseleinen Fles article. And a lot of people would like to copy it in East Germany, in China, whatever. And they say it's porcelain of Delft.
Okay, oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. We don't know what that protest is all
Beach on strand van Scheveningen with the beach pavilions where you can drink and eat something.
Here's the lighthouse down here at this beach. I'll show you the beach right now. I'm going across the bus. There's the North Sea. Oh yeah, they are.
Oh yes, topless is normal in the
This is in the hay.
for a long time already. I think almost 20 years or longer.
And Lynn's there
So it's
too,
not
yeah.
forbidden.
See that?
And if you go walk,
There's the ships, like it starts there. See, there's a blue ship. See the bottom of a blue ship past this little bridge?
Okay, yeah.
And then there's the bridge right near our ship. So you're sort of oriented.
Oh, I see. Okay. This is the Netherlands in miniature.
You can say that's where our ship is over there.
We're going to walk over that now, aren't we?
I don't know. I'll probably walk it.
Oh yeah, you
You can
can.
finish it once you
We'll
start.
show you the train.
The train looks so
Yeah.
cute. Look.
And over there, I don't let's see the train now first. And then here's where we supposedly started. We had a ship in there. Big blue on the base. And then the bridge we went over, and then we start our trip to the Netherlands. And these are the various things that is in the entire area. You can see the windmill. Hope we're getting it. I think we are. But see, it's a maze, and you can walk the start, and you've got to finish. So I don't know.
We're waiting for Lynn.
We're waiting for Lynn. That's the reason why we're doing this right now. See that bridge right there is another bridge. And these are all just in miniature. And right there where our ship was, if you can see that support, that is the big bridge that is right near the port. And like I said, there is supposedly where our ship would be. You know, there's an oil spill right here. And you can see the boom and everything. Here's another barge. Okay, now here's the first one. We're starting in the maze right now. This is the building of cathedrals and parliament. As you can see how we're progressing, we're going to see some canals, homes. See, your mother is nearly as tall as the building. I realized you were so big, didn't you? gotta keep going, otherwise. And see, this is up here. You see, there's statues, just a replica of the Netherlands. Oh, so what? I wish I knew what some of these really represented, but looks professional anyhow, doesn't it? Time, I think, would you? But you're right. There must be a booklet telling you, because they have these numbers.
It just looks like we've been seeing all afternoon crowds of
See
people.
that?
Big parade here.
Oh, yeah.
Shots like over there and there. Fish, canal boats.
Look at this, look at it. See that? Look at that.
It's going pretty quick. I don't want to ride that one. It doesn't go in a straight line. I'd be afraid to ride on that
Here's
one.
underneath the canal. Look at that, underneath the bridge. Let's see if we can tell.
doesn't
Oh
want
my
to go
goodness, look at those big whales in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it does come out. How do you like that? Look at that. Get it flipped the other way. But I saw people with Madeline.
This one up.
I can see that.
The drawbridge go up?
Yeah, it went up. Boat's going through, then it'll come down.
I hope
Maybe.
so.
He's going very slowly, but I see he's being pulled, so I'm not worried.
Well, let's see how that works. Well, really, it is quite nice to see this. Yeah.
See if it comes down.
Let's see if it is down. Look at its turn. There it goes. Yes, it's going down. See that? It does work. The other side working, that stays up, I guess, huh?
No, it went down before.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, you're right. Both sides go down. Okay, here comes our delivery truck over there. Yep, we gotta go another one.
Danny didn't like it.
Here's, yep, and here's a picture of this church. goodness. I told you this Netherlands is a beautiful place, didn't I? Look at it. Look how quick we're getting through it. Wow. Across the road. There we are. Look at this. What does that look like, Madeline? Look at this. Square. And look at the side. Oh, the kids would love that. Look at this. And here's one of the original windmills. No, that's Madeline and Lynn. Sorry. There we are. Okay. We got them by the windmill. And some more scenery. I tell you, it is amazing what they've done here. Gracious. Now we have that on the other side. Let's go over here. There's another one of those castles. And there's another drawbridge. Canal. There's some more. Look at that. Look at the miniature trees. Now here we are approaching the train station. The train is not, oh there it is, there's the train, there it is. Look at, there's another one on the other track on the other side. Look at the size of that one. Delta Lloyd, look at that. My goodness, all right, here's the station that it just left. Wow, look at that, oh, wouldn't you like to have that back in the house someplace? Look at the size of these tracks. They go all the way around. Well, and here comes one getting ready to go into the station. See it? Yeah. Yeah, here it is. There's the amusement park. Oh, there. Oh, look at the amusement park. The cars here. Look at the moon racer. Well, we got the army approaching. You see that? Look at this. Look at this by Jiminy's. The tanks and everything. Great. Look at it. Yes, sir, that's it. Look at that. Oh, Danny boy would have loved to have been here, I can tell you that. Well, we know that's a boat going in there, but it sounds like a train bell.
Whatever's there is under maintenance.
Yeah. Okay, the truck down the road, getting ready to bring in a load of something.
It's a tractor.
It's a tractor, I'm sorry, tractor. Okay. Now this is a little bit rustic in this area. As you can see, there's a houseboat. Now look at those windmills, and they're all working. See them all working. And here's an oil refinery, I believe, or maybe oil or milk, I don't know which.
Here, come around this way, you'll see.
Now let's see, I guess that's milk. Well, I don't know. It's transporting something. All right. And here's under construction. You can see this nice crane. There's a bus going over its road. Here's that original train station.
Here's water purification.
And you can see how far this train goes. I mean, this is really
Water
something.
purification right here.
Okay.
The harbor.
Now here's the big, this is the harbor. Now you can see the coal barges. And there is an oil. It's going to go through the Matter of fact, I'm sure that bridge has got to go up for it to go through, and I'll bet that bridge does go up. Look at the size of these things. Here's actually some old cows and the pastures, which is true because we've seen all these things. Well, see, here it is getting ready, I think. Let's see, does it get through that lock or does it go up or something? I'm not sure. Let's see. No, I guess it just goes through the locks. Yep, okay. All right. And here's some, rustic areas around the Netherlands and the rural sections, which is absolutely the way it does look, too. All right, now here's that barge oil rig that just came out. And look, there's one more coming if I can get over here. Look, here's one approaching. Yeah, there's one approaching. And you can see here's the typical oil rig that you found in the North Sea.
See the helicopter up there?
Oh, there's a helicopter on top, that's right.
It's an oil rig.
And this thing keeps going right along its assigned path, you see? All the Shenandoah. We used to have a soccer stadium. Yeah, soccer. Used to have. See? How do you like that? I guess it must be between halves because they're not doing much. Okay. There's some of the refineries, as you can see, and they are all around. There's the Esso. There's a called the Sienna line, which looks like a ship, and now we're going to show you the Rotterdam. Here's the Rotterdam, and this really is about where we are in port. As you can see, I'll show you the names of. You think I'm making it up? No, watch, I'll catch it for us. And make sure we can see that name. And there it is. See that? Rotterdam. Okay. And see, we've got a lot of whales in the water. Notice that? Okay. And here is a container ship. And this is one of their skyscrapers close to the ports. And they say miniature? Wow. And here's the typical bridge. It absolutely is right near where we're tied up. Look at the size of this. And since we have nearly finished the entire maze, okay, now here is a typical highway, as you can see, and then we're going to approach the airport. Look at this airport. The planes are getting ready to taxi around. Northwest, KLM, Saudi Arabia. Oh, you got a boat. Look at this.
Wat ben je niet hier?
Boy, wouldn't you love this for Christmas? Look at the size of it. Oh, they really are something.
It's mooi, hè?
Hey, and there's one here coming off. Yeah. Oh, they're getting ready to, oh, see now they're getting ready to line up right here. Oh, wouldn't Danny boy like this? Boy, oh boy. Hey, here it is. Look at that big jet. And there's the auxiliary roads over in here. Another area of living quarters. And here's that Stena line I showed you from the other area. And this is loading up right here now with one of their metro cars.
Is dat koning bij het gesloten of die?
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at him slide. Oh, cow, he's a slippery road there. Watch. Maybe he'll slide again. There he goes. That's so cool. Oh.
Keep coming. Here comes the boat, the canal too.
Oh yeah, there comes the, yeah, there's the canal up there. You can see it. If they just go to the end and they start coming right back. And this is some development right near it. And I'll show you, here comes another one of our trains. You see it? Yeah.
Buy them at those stands.
Yeah. Now here is the airport that we saw, the landing strip, etc. This is the front, and you can see the, it looks like JFK or something. You see all the various buses and cars and everybody. Okay. Oh, and look at Mars. My God, what is this? There it goes. Look. Another highway on the way to the airport. Oh, what a nice thing to have for Christmas.
Fun at the beach.
Here they are at the beach. Look at
Water skiing.
look at the boys behind me. And there we have some other little ships that are in there.
The zoo is over here.
There. The zoo. You can see we have everything down here. We've really been to everything today, I want you to know. So that we've approached it from a very high point of view, and therefore you see everything looks miniaturized. Okay, now here are the locks for the various barges that are going through. As you can see, these are the main locks. This is north of the area that we took before. Now see, now there's one getting ready to approach the locks. You see, he's making his turn. You see that? He's making his turn, and here comes the train. And here comes the train.
Might get from the bridge later, because you have to wait too long.
Okay, all right, let's go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now you can see the lock going up. Getting ready to go through if the lock finally gets up there. See, there goes the lock up, just like the Panama Canal. Remember? Shall I tell you all about the locks at the Panama Canal? Or would you like to see that camcorder shots? There's a train going by. We've got to see the train too. Let's go back and see if he makes it. Okay. There he goes. See that? Look at that. There he goes through the lock. As a matter of fact, if you look closely, you can see what is approaching from the other lock. Okay? And as you can see the difference in the heights of water, so this definitely is realistic, if you notice that. Isn't that correct, Tom? See that? See there are difference in the water levels at different heights. So in other words, that will have to hold while this goes up. Okay. And this is for all
Tennis
those
courts over there and everything.
Oh yeah, there's a tennis court. There's rodeo right there. Tennis courts over there. Another windmill is over there. We have more ships. And look, some more petroleum places. And oh, look at this one. Oh boy. The girls would love to play on this one. Look at this. Man alive. Look at all those amusement rides.
Needs cleaning up a
Show you the beautiful flowers you see that Holland has. You can see them all, which is true tulips. And then we come right down and we can see a water wheel. See the water wheel? There it is. There's the water wheel. You can hear it working. See the water coming through? Yes, sirree. See these overhead. Look at these overhead to add electricity for all these various things. Look at, and here comes a train again. Another train again. There it is. See, and there's the power plant that you saw. This actually is the power lines. Power all that.
Yeah, there's
tremendous.
the look in the mirror. See?
Oh yeah, there's, oh yeah, right by the dock. See that unloading? See that? There, you can hear, oh, there's a ship going out, look. See the ship going out?
I see it.
Oh, we're missing
It's using its side thrusters.
Yeah, but there's a ship going out using the side thrusters, all right. See that? Is it? I tell you.
I don't think it ever goes anyplace.
No. Okay, and as we approach our ship from a different angle, and once again, another train. Look. We will come to the end of this travel log. And everybody will stand up and cheer, I can tell. Now I just want to show you where we were. This is what it's called, Rotterdam. That's the name of it, and this is a little rough view of the area which our vessel parked in. And so I guess we better get rolling. Well, here we are, the last port of call. Antwerp, Belgium. It's about 7:15 in the morning. And the buses are grouping over there in the far corner. And here's just a rough, since we are on the side of the city, here's a rough evaluation. I gotta keep it more summer. As you know, this is called the Diamond Center of the World. And we'll probably pick up a couple of bags of diamonds and bring them home to everyone.
What a dump.
Once they know you then, they do. But the moment they don't know you, they want to show you, then you move away.
Right. They don't rule very much nowadays.
I'm sure not, but they haven't.
Still have the attitude.
They still have the attitude. Yeah, but
have you ever been on the QE2? You want to see the attitude there.
Well, this is the first shopping mall, covered shopping mall in the world. This is one of our walking trips in Brussels.
Right, so the first covered one is just a normal gallery, except it was really the first. You can imagine, of course, the shop you will see,
This is where you spend your money.
It's more expensive to have a shop here. So all the fancy things are on sale here.
So you have a doll shop right here. Here's a continuation of the, yep, your mother's still with us, as you can tell. She's holding up the rear. There's Kevin. And here's another view of the side area of the shopping section, restaurants, and large little additional shops scattered around. Mostly restaurants down this little street. Now, I'll have to give the official name because it's hard to check. But you can see some of the architectural design of this building. Little gold plated around areas. This is a continuation in this square of all these buildings that were built in the Renaissance style in the 17th century.
This is the actual spot where we meet.
I guess if you ever touching or something like that, you could come back, is it? Also again, now this is the original statue. This is what we came all the way here to see. Guess who's watching?
First, it didn't get any older than 40 years. If you were 40, you were already old. It doesn't sound good for me at all.
Now here are some of the replicas that you can purchase and bring home. Now this is one that works with water. Then there is a couple of, there's some top removers, can openers, everything, all different types, all different ideas. I just want to show you what your mother does at 20 minutes to 11 in the morning, just like at home. As you can see,
I can't get through a morning without my white wine.
That's right. And cigarette too. You see where we are? One quick one right here. Now look at that. Now here's Two-Fisted Kevin.
That's a Two-Fisted
He normally starts at 9:30. I hope your mine is the fuller one, Kevin.
I don't know.
Just in case we can put it down.
That's right.
What did he say?
It said people are inside the factory.
1698.
We don't know what that means.
I'm just fascinated with the
Tom is
years,
a straight one, drinking plain water.
But I'm surprised that they're using
and that
like
really is where
I'm wondering
there's going to be a big
original.
jam concert here.
It's not. It's not
The
original.
obscuring adequate view of this gorgeous building behind.
No, it was rebuilt in the original
rock and
style.
roll stage
Well, that was
setup
after they bombed it,
Kevin
though, right
says
before
he
this.
heard about.
Bombarded it.
And
It was built, it
also
was
heard
bombarded,
about the
and then
group.
rebuilt immediately.
Anyhow, back to my drink.
But it is
you know,
beautiful to see the,
there it is. Look at it.
the things at the
There
top.
they
you
are.
know. And they almost...
Since I did show you the drinks that are getting near the empty part.
Big beers.
Your mother, oh no, she's still at, but this is her third one. That's her trick. Boy,
No,
I
it
tell
isn't.
you. Before, so they
This
can
is
hold the
what we
camera
do
straight
instead
down.
of shop.
We'll just once again view the steeple part to these beautiful buildings. And as we come around here once again, we see the City Hall, did you say?
City Hall.
That's
Looks
a City
like a
Hall.
church.
Looks like a
City
church.
Hall.
Looks like a church, but that's a City Hall. And we did show you a little Jimmy.
This was, you can say this was all rebuilt before.
All rebuilt in the
About
1697, 1698,
after
which puts
the
it.
French had completely leveled the square.
That's right. The
Market
French
Square.
had leveled this entire square. It was rebuilt in 1697 and 1698, and we are in it right now.
But then they came back and rebuilt it.
Tom
They
is
obviously won that
enjoying himself, as you can see. Kevin already has left. And Lynn, she checked out the Brussels chocolate factory, and we might hit that next, I'm not too sure. Okay.
I think they're expecting a crowd this afternoon, I don't know. So all countries, members of NATO, have their flag down there. So, and this is the real place where all decisions for the war are being made, of course. We were rather lucky that we had a traffic light to stop, because it's not a real time, let's say, to stop now, because we all have police around. So, and all the campers down there, hired, let's say, just with international journalists inside to broadcast whenever there's something going on. There are far less than there used to be. It used to be very chock-a-block full. But now peace talks are really on the way. The latest is that they say, they claim they have reached an agreement somewhere. We don't.
Where I live. I don't think I've been to that beach twice in 10 years.
Really?
I didn't go to the beach once my children grew up, and I didn't have to take them to the beach.
I think you're right, though. I think you tend to not take
Don't take advantage of
things.
things that...
I don't know whether you'll hear any of this because this wind is really something down here at the beach. As you see what your mother is drinking, I don't want to, you know, and it's local beer, and I'll show you what's happening today. With all this wind, you can see what it says, danger, when you see the red flag. And as you look, I'll show you, I don't know whether we're getting this, but there are all the red flags. Red flags are...
There's a lady weaving here. She's weaving. This lady is weaving something on the beach. Right here in front of you.
Oh yeah, now there's a person weaving.
Weaving.
Weaving. Yeah.
W-E-A-V.
W-E-A-V-I-N-G. See? Looks like palms. Must be Palm Sunday.
Nobody's here because of the rain.
It's a gorgeous beach, but no one's here because they're not allowed in with the red flag. You can see why. Look at some of these waves coming in. Oh yeah, the wind. The wind is really unbelievable.
Life is a beach. Oh, look.
As you can see, this is Caribbean night. And this is how they fixed up around this area. And it's getting dark. So we may be going to get a downpour, so I'm going to get these pictures rather quickly. Okay, they did a beautiful job. Still working on it. Yeah, that's where the band is, right over there. Alright, okay. Before it starts to rain. Okay, I'm going to get out of here because it's going to get a downpour in a few minutes, I can see. And as you can see, they're getting ready to close the top.
I told you I was going to be.
Hello, friends! Yes, I keep telling him. It is a...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Very nice.
Yeah, leave it on. I want to get
We had them.
Right now, here we have another character individual, right?
Here I am.
There we are, yeah, see?
Between two roses.
Yeah, there we go.
Are you getting this?
I'm getting it. We're getting it all.
singing grass. All the flowers watering you shine the sun. I see one man on the catching their falling from I see men and their water side casting other side città. Oh, I am in the sun, lighting by my father's son. All my days I was singing grass, all the flowers watering you shining sun. I know the day will never come when I come awake to the sun. Oh,
you're beautiful. You look great. You look great.
With very nice. Feel us helping out. Oh, I am in the sun.
Now we're getting near the end of the evening. You can see our true lovebirds. See that?
It's much later in the evening.
Much later in the evening, as you can tell. And I just had a nice Cuban cigar, thanks to Peter, and it was very good. We had a little problem about it, but we'll tell you all about that too.
Henry mentioned how he wouldn't put his cigar out, neither would you.
No, we refuse to put out our cigars. So we may be off the ship tonight, but what the heck, we got the picture for it. Here we are. Yep. Say good night, Madeline.
Good night, George. Have you ever heard that Tracy Allen, George Burns? No. They always said that in their program.
We're on. Now here are the hard-working fellows on board the ship. All these pictures, you've got to thank them for it. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We got 1, 2, 3.
I think you've done this before.
Wow.
That's a great picture.
There's the
Look at Apollonia's.
There's the picture. Well, let me tell you now. Oh my God. I hate to tell you how many drinks.
Thank you.
How many drinks have transpired tonight?
Wine here. Some beer.
And here we are. And we were stuck on a sandbar. At least your mother thought we were. And now
I'm not staring at you. I'm watching.
Quando sei Maria Dolores, quando sei chiamare amore, quando sei Maria Sorella, quando sei Baladotoro, quando sei Maria Dolores, quando sei chiamare amore, quando sei Maria Sorella, quando sei Baladotoro. Baila, 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 che non sempre cantare, però non sempre cantare, però non sempre cantare, e torno e ritorna io che non sempre cantare. Quando sei Maria Dolores, quando sei chiamata amore, quando sei Maria Sorella, quando sei Baladotore, quando sei Maria Dolores, quando sei chiamata amore, quando sei Maria Sorella, quando sei Baladotore. Baila, 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 questa rumba taitana che non sempre cantare, però non sempre cantare, però non sempre cantare, questa rumba taitana io che non sempre cantare. On the down days, on the floor, on the
Oh my God, this is what, it must be about 12 o'clock at night. After about 2 bottles of wine. Here we go. Here we go. If he falls, we're in real trouble.
Now Leo, he's a gambler, and he likes his fancy clothes, and he likes his wife, but I'm ringing from of everybody's nose. You gonna custom continental, you gonna Eldorado too, you gonna take it to the lazy poker sofa, you gonna raise her in his shoes. And it's bad, 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 Leo Brown, then it's men and they all left town, then it's death he goes. And then they junk and up. And it's that bad, 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 Leo Brown. Then it's them and all the time. Then it's that
Here goes Miss Legs. Watch. Whoa! Wow, wait. Whoa! Okay. Goodbye, Madeline. Goodbye.
Everybody will be sure I'm loaded.
Okay, now let me tell you something. Notice these bars that are there? Who's up there running the ship?
George Kowalski and the boys will continue some great music right now. Another prize for the shows as a daily program.
Look at I'll tell you, that's the way to live, kids. Get on board ship and man, become an officer, right?
Wow. She took it out of my pocket. And she gets a prize.
All right, there's our birds again. As you can see, it's late and I'm picking up birds, right? Okay. All right. Here is the captain of this ship. I swear
It's time for us to part. Say the wedding bells for my return. Keep mine over home, I'll straight again. Please be sure the flame of love keeps burning in her heart.
Isn't that something? No other officers and young ladies are there, but he's there all by himself. See that? Isn't that something too? I got him right there. I got him. He's drinking milk?
Milk. I heard he's drinking milk.
For us to part. Say the wedding bells for my return. Keep mine over home, I'll straight again. Please be sure the flame of love keeps burning in her heart. In her heart.
Well, you know what this is.
The steps, Henry. That's pretty going up the steps. Going up the steps. That's pretty going up the steps.
Food and the excellent service these past few weeks or past few months that you've been here on board the Rotterdam. Have you? Named after the parade of the Baked Alaska, and especially for those of you that can now pinch an inch that you can never pinch before, we thought you would like to meet the people responsible for making some 6,000 meals each and every day. We continue our parade with the executive chef and his staff direct from the galley.
I got lost. You got lost?
showcase our 9 culinary wizards who made your stay here on board the flagship not only a fabulous vacation, but a gastronomical delight as well. Let's hear it for these gentlemen. I would like to take this opportunity now to introduce you to 2 very hardworking gentlemen in our food and beverage department. The first gentleman is our executive chef, has been with Holiday American Line for 9 years. This is his 4th consecutive world cruise, originally from...
This is what your mother's going to have for lunch.
I think it's papaya because I had a papaya much smaller than that not too long ago. That's all those seeds in it. That is. That's why I didn't know if it was.
You see the big lines.
And then a knife for sour, whatever, and cheese. Wow.
I still have to eat my hamburger now.
I still want a hamburger for lunch now. Looks to me like someone chewed away the end of his wing. Looks damaged to me in the wing. Look at his eye.
I still say I can hardly wait for my hamburger.
Big of ice, remember Henry down there the other day? I never have either.
Awful lot of food.
I never saw one that large either.
We never made anything quite that big. It's to me like you carved it in 2 pieces. You see the piece right there?
Well, they said down there the other day, he was too cold to in that room.
Yeah, I saw that.
They did say they were all in it together. And I thought it was the ice carving we had that night, but I think this is what happened.
Wow.
Third one down does the ice. What do you want me to do? Oh, I'm sorry.
That your way?
He's taking a picture here, Pat.
You're all the hard workers.
No, fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Here's your mother's favorite place, eh? Pastry.
Well, it didn't need it because it's not light. That's automatic. Splash.
Thanks so much.
Okay.
I think your mother's in there someplace, right?
He's got ahead of us.
Vegetables.
Aren't they?
Anyway, you get pictures if you get ahead of people. This is the bread line.
Dessert's over here. Come on.
All right, I'm coming.
No. I'm shallow. I don't even remember that.
Desserts again. Well, we're near the end. That's supposed to be a big plan there. Oh, she's happy again. Here are Peter and Carol. And we're at the table. They have a nice table for us here. And there's your mother. And there's the great sea out there. Now this is, Kevin will probably be able to tell us exactly what this is. I'm just going to put parts of these on because
I missed the best two.
Yeah, I missed the best two. I should have thought of it before. And this is first class stuff, boy. It's a first class ship. See?
She's going to get a role just like Judy Garland's.
She forgot the words.
She's going to do another song.
Very good.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hope and a world of fears. There's so much that we share that it's time we're aware. It's a small world after all. There is just one moon and one golden sun.
That's a encore.
Okay, I think that's a fade out.
I work that.
Here she comes.
Here comes Chris there.
Back in the dark.
I think he's going to make it, or she's going to make it.
It's a she. Very dark back there. They're focusing in on her, though.
I was brought up in North Carolina, and I'm going to play a country gospel song. And I've played a lot out on the Lido deck, so a lot of people have heard me, but they've not heard me play the Christian songs.
She's the one.
So
I remember seeing her. Yeah, that.
Grabbed the piano when it was supposed
to. She's not bad, though. See, Kevin, you still have a chance. You should have come on that stage today. Oh, she's still there.
When oil and water mix. Rich when Magellan's men ate from gold and silver platters in rooms walled with silk brocades. Rich when Maugham marveled, wrote, played bridge at Royal Brunei Yacht Club. Richer when oil's boom and...
So instead, I'm going to read you something entitled Sights and Insights from Rotterdam's Deck. Stand aft with me on deck and stretch your gaze beyond the rail to where horizon's line defines the meeting of
the sea and sky precisely in straight linear.
This is on.
It's on. We hear you.
I don't think that.
Hello, hello.
Sorry about that, not getting off to too good a start.
No
Well,
kidding, honey.
I've been checking my watch. You know, we on the West Coast have 3 hours more that we have to change back on. And it's kind of disconcerting, mixes us up. Time is relative, though, especially when you're with your relatives. It goes awfully slowly. And we have to calculate it different ways. For example, I'm only 19 Celsius, and I wish they'd do that. I wish they'd turn the years back the way they do the time, but you can't have everything. I try to keep in shape. I've decided the shape I'm going to be in as a middle-aged matron, and it's working out just fine. I thought I might take up jogging. I hear that's good for you, and you meet a lot of new people. Podiatrists, cardiologists, orthopedic, ambulance drivers, you know. And so we tried that for a while. And age is all relative, but you try. For example, I've been putting money under my pillow every night, hoping the tooth fairy will give me a couple back. Hasn't worked yet. Before I got on this trip, I went down to the Department of Motor Vehicles to get a new driver's license, or get it renewed, really. And I was standing there in this long line waiting, and I saw the eye chart up there, and I thought, maybe if I memorize the chart, I'll do better. And so I did, and all of a sudden this fellow way at the other end of the hall says, "Come on over here." So I went over and looked, and I said, A, C, maybe it's an O. He says, "Good try, but forget it, lady. This chart has numbers." So do the best you can. Anyway, oh, did you hear there were a couple of fellows sitting out the deck the other night, the afternoon actually, and one fellow says to the other fellow, "TGIF." The second fellow looks at him and says, "SHIT." He's upset. He says, "Look, TGIF, I was just saying thank God it's Friday." Well, SHIT, so happens
Okay,
it's
I'll get it.
Thursday.
I'll get it. Okay. There we go. Here we are. Here's the hardest working man in the place. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I'm a handsome prince. She says, "Look, fellow, at my age, I'd rather have a talking frog." Oh, well, as we get older, I guess some of the ladies get a little lonesome and think about maybe remarriage or something. Like my Aunt Elda, she could have had anyone she pleased. The only trouble was she never pleased anybody. There's one lady I know, she came out to the deck one day and she walked over to this gentleman and she looked at him and said, "You remind me of my first husband." He says, "Oh?" She went down to the other side of the deck and she came over to this other fellow and she said, "You remind me of my second husband." He looked up and said, "How often have you been married, lady?" "Oh, just once." Second husband. And another time out on deck, this lady came by and saw a nice empty chair, so she gets herself all comfortable lying there in the sun, getting a tan. And this man, a few minutes later, comes by
And he's just like chalk. He's so white, not a bit of tan. She looks at him and says, "You better be careful, you'll get sunburned. I've never seen anybody so white." He said, "Well, lady, to tell you the truth, for the last 10 years, I've been in prison." "Oh," she says, "what did you do?" "I murdered my wife." "Oh, you're single." It's often very difficult. And then there was this one lady, she was in the cabin right down the hall from us, and she had to go to the doctor. So she goes down, and on the way back, she comes back, and there's her husband. She says, "Oh, George, I've been to the doctor." "Yeah." "He told me," he's such a nice man, "he told me that I had the face of a girl of 15. I had the complexion of a girl of 16. I had the figure of a girl of 17. Oh. George looked at her and said, "What did he say about your big fat ass?" "Oh, George, you were never mentioned."
Yeah, I know that one.
And then the last one, the one about this lawyer.
Oh, they get better and better. Oh, they get better and better. Listen to them. Oh, God. Oh. Well, I think that's the end of her.
I love it. Okay, everybody, party time. Ole, 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 ole.
Oh, God, look at who's the center one. Going the wrong way. Look at, oh, they just put her off. Wait a minute, don't get my way now. Wait, no, they're not in there yet. Wait, you'll see it in a second. Right in a second. Wait a minute. Right there. Where do you see who that is? Wait a minute. Right there. See her? See her? See her? See her? See her? Look at, you know who that is? The one bent way over? Look at
That's not Carla Maria.
No.
This one on the end. Don't miss the one on the end. Look at that one.
Now you're talking. Yes. Look, you remember her?
I thought that one was Carla.
Well, good morning. Now here we are, April the 23rd, which is a Thursday, and we've just docked at our destination, the Half Moon Cave, and your mother just finished her run on the treadmill. And actually the light is going to cause a little problem. I just said here we're just seeing part of the island. When we get off, and actually we'll show you the rest of the island. You know, one island is like another island, and got a lot of water around it.
Look at this. Look at this beautiful blue right here.
Yeah, the water definitely is.
But look at the difference.
Aqua blue. See it?
There's the beautiful aqua right there.
Matter of fact, to be honest with you, I didn't.
Probably a lot of chemicals.
Yeah, I didn't want to tell your mother, but they put that in there to impress everyone. The beautiful blue.
It wasn't number 11.
There's the island. And the tenders, naturally. There's the Legion Mother. Okay, now this is Fort, what is it, San Salvador? It's supposedly like a Spanish type fort, you know, etc. As the entranceway to, I guess, their various endeavors, shall we say. Okay. Now here is beach number 1, I guess they call it. You see, it looks very, very nice. Here is the inside into the cove area. There's your mother getting ready to get down and swimming. And just a rough panoramic view of this beach area, which really is not bad at all. I'm a little bit impressed. I thought this was going to be a, you know, a seedy place. Now here's your mother again. Let's see if we get a good shot in there. Now we'll give you a view of the huge ship up there. There's a view of the big ship. And the rest of this inner bay area. Just get a little close up there. Pretty good size. And let's see if I can find out where we are. As best I can. Watch, right? Right up there.
That could be a pretty picture of the clouds behind it.
Yeah, it is. It is.
There I am.
Okay, now here's you. Now
Ship.
this is really our activity. Yep, this is our activity. As you can see, we'll give you a quick run of what this is activity for. But the little children will love it. That's what this is here for. So the next time that everybody's with us, and this really is about our speed anyhow. You know, matter of fact, that shooty chute there is a little bit too strong. I'll show you a few other.
Over here for Mister.
Oh yeah, that's right. There, X and O's.
You can play tic-tac-toe.
See that tit-tat-toe right there?
Right here, tic-tac-toe.
Absolutely. And okay. What else do we have, Madeline?
I'll see what's over here.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Madeline, you're too old to make that little trip up there. That's for 2-year-olds.
You're right.
She made it.
You know, this bar was here. It's a wonder I didn't take off my head.
Yeah, look at that.
Again, I'm the captain of my ship.
Yeah, see, there you are once again.
This is made like a ship.
Yeah, yep. Okay. That's it. So all the little children can realize that they have a place over here.
Come over here and show the nice slides.
Okay. Oh, look what your mother found. Oh, my goodness. Watch it. Look out below. Boom. See that splash of water? And she made it. She made it.
Here's the ship's wheel for really little people. Maybe Mister could come in and...
Oh, yeah, there's a little wheel. See, that's a little... Well, they got a lot of little things here. This is a very, very clean island. Not that bad at all.
And here you can come over around the front of this, Henry.
Oh, look what we found here. Oh, my goodness. It's a giant. Look at that. Look at that. A giant fish. Oh, it's not a fish. Look, who is that? Who's that, Jessica? Okay.
I'm not going to do the chain.
Yeah, what is that called, Marvin?
I think it's a chain. If this is how you
Yeah,
get
chain.
up
Oh, you
on
get
the
up
ship
there.
from
Yeah.
your lifeboat.
Okay, yeah.
Or down to your lifeboat from the ship.
Okay, all right. Now we're giving you a whole run of the playground. where eventually, as you can see, this place is loaded with, we'll explain, the young guests on this ship, as you can tell. And you can see all the swingers are here, but we're here early though, really. And then actually they won't be eating for another half hour. On this ship, all they do is eat anyhow, so. But now I know where your mother's headed right now. She's heading for the bar. She really is. Let's see if I can get it now, wait a minute. Sun is so darn bright. Yeah, there's the bar over there, right? Okay. Okay. See, now there's the tram that takes you from one part to the other part, as you can see. Everything is really mobilized.
They've done really, this is a nice job of this.
Yeah, see, there we go. Now that your mother spotted, that's what we'll be taking. I can guarantee you.
Sorry, being your
Yes, this is the first time, eh?
I just want everybody to know this is where your dad spent the entire trip. At some bar. He found an island in the middle of the Atlantic and found the bar on the island. This is really a beautifully done complex here. This is so much better than the last private island we visited. Very nice pavilion, and it looks to me like they have a big place over there for a cookout. It really is done very nicely, so I'm going off now.
Oh no, here we are actually at the friendly little bar, and you can see all that liquor in front of your mother. Okay. And then as we pan through it, and that's your third, and it's only 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm maybe squealing at, oh, she's looking, maybe she heard me, or knows what I'm saying. And out right behind there, you can see the ship. See the ship? Way out there in the distance. And that's it. I think we got that. Now, I've been dispatched by your mother to show you before the crowd gets here. It's quite crowded here. Now, this is the service area on this island. From Holland, America, actually. And you can see there the hamburgers being cooked, and I guess there's fish going to be over here. It looks like it's a fish there. And it's a pretty good size serving area. Well enclosed. No problem. And no bar here. The bar's over a little past us a little bit. Okay. Now see, that's it. We're going down the roadway back to the ship. Back to the ship. You can see the palm trees are blowing in the wind. And I've had a few beers, and your mother's had a few wines. And it's about 1:30, I think, and we're heading back for cocktail hour. All right? Here we are. See a little view.
Henry, here's where the helicopter lands.
Oh, got to show you where the helicopter lands.
Here comes the tram.
Now you see, there goes the tram, and this is for the older folks, as you can imagine. But so we do all this walking, this nature walk. Now here is the helipad, and naturally, who's on the helipad? But naturally, your mother. I'm trying to see if I can get. Well, yeah, I can get you now. Boy, that sun is so bright, and it's really right behind me. Where are you, Madeline?
Come up.
I got you.
See the ship.
I got you. Okay, now there's the ship again from the helipad. And your mother got me up here to show you the ship again.
I'm waiting here for the helicopter to take me back.
And well, Madeline, maybe you should wait for the helicopter to take you back, because I'm getting ready to go.
We're in a jungle. We're in a jungle. Look all around.
See, here we are. So you can see all around. This is really a bird sanctuary also. And personally, some of these areas are for the birds. But anyhow, there goes Mother up to the first aid station, I think. Oh, no, she's going up to San Salvador to see what we can see from the top. So I'll follow. What'd you say?
I am defending the port.
She's defending either the court or the port. I don't know. But there she is on top. How do you like that? And here, I thought she was going to the first aid station. How do you like that? Now we're really getting ready to go back on the tender. But here's a rough view of the inlet in which naturally the tenders pull into. It's really well protected. Once again, there's the Bahamian flag. Boy, do I know my flags.
And once again, there's the ship.
And as we go to our port side,
once again,
there is the ship. Hey, not a bad view of the ship.
Here I am, Henry.
Wait a minute, I gotta get the important person here. Wait a minute. And there's the captain of the ship right there.
Captain of this port.
I'm sorry, captain of the port.
Now we're on top of Fort San Salvador.
We're on top of Fort San Salvador, okay? And we'll give you a little view of on top of Fort San Salvador.
We had a very nice time, a highly recommended island visit.
You see that?
A big surprise to us that we liked it.
See that? Did you hear that?
Big surprise.
See?
Right now I'm leaving the fort.
Good, leaving the port.
Permission to abandon the fort.
We're going to abandon the port now, or fort, either one or the other. I think we'll go back to the ship and have some port, if you know what I mean. Alrighty. Now they're getting ready to go and parasail, as you can see, that group there. Here's the Calypso that definitely is going to go out also. And here is the one we're taking back to the ship, okay?
3 times.
Now,
Came up squawking and hissing and honking. Next time he drove in the driveway, that geese was right in that car.
There's a reason for this particular
Nothing made him afraid. We got word indirectly through some of the snitches that none of the burglars in the area was likely to come to our place. They're all afraid of geese.
on this entirely. But here's a few other people getting ready to go back on the tender.
The only way I could get her.
Okay, now we're in the tender leaving the beach, as you can see. We're right, as you know, your mother wanted to get back by the emergency exit, so that's why we're sitting back here. But you understand that. Now let's see. You can see the wake from this little tiny little boat we're on now, and I think that's what we say as we sail on. Well, I guess we have to start somewhere. Even though I was all set, I finished out the immigration form and everything, and how much your mother spent, causing me all the problem. We have to pay a tax on it and everything. So, but mother coming right in when I was going to lay down there and get comfortable, said, "Oh, we haven't done the ship." I thought she forgot it, but you know, as usual, she didn't. So anyhow,
I'm giving up my book.
Your mother's, well,
I'm giving up my
why don't I just get I got to change this tape anyhow. Tape just popped in here. So I'm getting rid of the 2 hours they're going to be looking. 120 minutes is on this tape, Madeline, already.
Wow.
Can you imagine what this is going to be like?
I think it's going to be, maybe we're going to show it as a
masterpiece
theater
it'll be
done
like
in 4 parts.
That's right, 4 parts, all right?
4-part masterpiece
And
theater special.
but anyhow, here is the veranda, which is quite spacious, and naturally, here's Queen Bee, you know, right over there. All right, now I've got to move, and now this is once again, it's the Queen Bee. You didn't know they were twins, but you can see how quick things have changed. Number 1, our television, which is telling us about Ray dying finally. That is the queen-size bed. Once again, there's the most important part of this whole trip, and that happens to be the bar. That's our entranceway, as you can imagine here. Oh, you're going to see all the little gimmies that are down here in this corner have been purchased by your mother, and that's going to cost us more money. But anyhow, a few little food tidbits we have. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to change this tape, though, before we go around, because I think we're going to have a problem, all right?
Okay.
Okay. Say good night, Madeline.
Night, George.
Which we may never know the answers, but we'll continue to poke around throughout the day.
I'm going to read my book.